Good morning. This is Marsha with Made by Marsha Mom. And as habit would have it, I recorded most of this video, then realized I ran out of time, and yeah, then my thing stopped recording, and yes, Bear's here again. Oh, yes. Anyways, I was tagged by Angelia of, so back in the day. I think that's her new channel name. Well, it's not her new, it's her same channel, but she changed the name. So back in the day, Angelia tagged me in the 20 questions tag, and they were so good when I recorded this just a minute ago until it stopped. Hi, that's Bandit. See, he's a good boy. All right, hi boys. So anyways, yep, stop. Here we go again. Now I'm gonna have to stop it again to put them away. Anyways, anyways, I got tagged in the video, and so I'm going to try to get through this, and despite Bear being an obnoxious Bear, because that's what he is, he's just obnoxious. First question, what does your name mean? My whole name is Marsha Jo, and I'm going to digress and tell you the story, because I'm not really going to answer, because I don't know what Marsha means. Marsha, Brady Bunch, I don't know. Although that's spelled different. I am the true S-H-A. Anyways, with the name Marsha Jo, everybody would think I was from the South, but I was not from the South. My family has never been from the South. Big cities. Dad from New York, mom from Detroit. And in the Bronx, New York. Not like, the real New York. Not upstate or anything. But anyway, so New York and Detroit. And so where I got Marsha Jo, it used to be a joke. So anyways, I can't say the meaning, but I can tell you why I was named that, because my mom ran out of names. I am child 7 of 8, actually child 8 of 10 pregnancies. And my mom ran out of names, seriously. And my original name was Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Z, tell Claudia I was originally Claudia. But my dad came home with that name, and my oldest sister said, Claudia Clodhopper. And my dad said, nope. Then my mom ran out of names, and she was upset in the hospital. And this is the story. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. My mom told me. She didn't have names, so she was crying in the hospital, and she was going to name me 7, which in itself would have been a cool name, because I was 7 of 8. See? Yeah, 7 would have been a cool name. But no. She was upset because she couldn't think of a name, and the husband of her roommate at the maternity ward, he said, you can't name your child a number. Take my mother's name. So apparently I'm named Marsha Jo after some random stranger's mother. So that's my name. Where am I from? Well, if you didn't guess, Michigan, Detroit specifically, not the suburbs, Detroit. I was a Detroit public school teacher. I lived in Detroit with my parents. And then then my marriage life was spent at Detroit Metro Airport, Romulus, which is not in Detroit. And then, yeah, mostly Detroit. Real Detroit. And let's see. Where was I born? I was born in Dearborn, which is a little town just next to Detroit. Well, it's not little anymore, but it is now. I guess it's the Middle Eastern capital of the United States, and the best food on the planet. You want good Middle Eastern food, and you're in Michigan? Go to Dearborn. Alamir. I digress. Food. So I was born in Dearborn. And what would my parents have named me if I were a boy? I don't know. Probably a biblical name. My brothers are Michael and John, and the one that was lost was that passed was Patrick. But he was named after a priest. Big Catholic family. So I probably would have been like Matthew, or Michael, John, Matthew, out of the Bible, Mark, something. If I was a boy, but wasn't. We had 6 girls and 2 boys. Let's see. Biggest accomplishment. Everybody says children, and I'm very proud of my children. Are they my biggest accomplishment? From a motherhood standpoint, yes, because they're all doing really well. So, I survived motherhood, and they survived me, I guess. So yeah, that's an accomplishment. Um, I don't, every day that I'm still here, that's an accomplishment. So that's where I'm going to leave that and my kids. Um, what's my eye color? I don't know. I don't know. You want to see my lines? I don't know. I can't see you because I don't have my glasses on, but they could be blue, gray, or green. They're kind of a weird little combo. If my hair is red, they look more blue. If my hair is blonde, they look more green. If my hair is dark, yeah, they just change. So I don't have a true color. I guess they were real blue when I was little, like my daddy's, but I don't even have a good picture of that. He's over there, but that's not a good picture. But I do definitely have my dad's eyes, but his were blue, blue, blue all his life. What is my favorite candle scent? I don't burn candles, but I do burn Scentsy melts because my daughter sells it. And I'm very mood dependent. Like, I don't like to burn my fall scents in the summertime, and I don't like to burn my summer scents in the wintertime. But I do like I like once September hits, or October when it gets a little chilly in Florida. I like the pumpkin pies and the apples and cinnamon and the scents and vanilla-y that sound like sound. I can talk. Not enough coffee. I ran out of my coffee. I'm drinking my daughter's coffee and it's really weak. And I tried to use my, here I go digressing, but I tried to make my espresso grind in the Keurig with one of those not disposable, reusable filter thingies, and it was dirt. It came out like all the grounds were in there, and I've drinking. I've drunk. I've drunk. Is it drunk? I have consumed Arabic coffee, which is they actually just stick the grinds in there and you kind of drink off the top. So it's really strong, kind of like what do you call it? An immersion, those coffee presses, kind of like that, but you drink off. Yeah, really strong. I've done that, but I was not in the mood to drink grounds because my grounds were floating. Yeah, so I digress. Anyway, so I'm drinking wheat coffee and it's... Anyway, so that's it. That was about candles. Anyways, can I cook? Is the Pope Catholic? Do grandmas love their grandbabies? Yes, I can cook. I've been cooking forever. Ever since I can remember. I remember stirring white sauce, which is what I guess we used to call white sauce roux. I was stirring the roux for my mom. I remember standing on a chair. I could barely do it, but it seemed like I was up there for 5 years stirring. It was like my little arm was hurting, but we were cooking. We were helping cook. That was just a thing. You just did that when I was growing up, my mom had to cook for 8 kids and a hubby, so yeah, she needed help. She needed her little prep cooks, her little sous chefs. So yeah, I can cook. We're Polish and Ukrainian and God only knows what else. And so I can make all kinds of homemade dishes. And welcome to my measuring cup. That's it. That's why I don't bake, because baking is precision and you have to follow the rules. And you see me with crochet patterns. I make crap up as I go. So yeah. I can cook food, not desserts. And I can, I can, if I want to follow rules, I can bake, but what's the fun in that? So I can cook things really good once, because like the other night I made a stir fry. We didn't have stir fry sauce. Long story short, I made up a stir fry sauce. Everybody said, "Oh, this is good. We don't have to buy stir fry sauce anymore." You probably do, because I don't remember what I did. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, pinch of that. That's the way it is. So yes, I can cook. I make homemade pasta too. Those on my Facebook have seen my chicken noodle soup with my homemade pasta. But I do buy pasta out of the box too. I do that. But I like my homemade pasta. If I'm making from scratch soup, I'm not buying pasta. I'm going to make my own. What's good about my life right now? Well, I'm employed. I got a roof over my head. I'm a little overweight, so I've got food in my belly. And I don't know if I like the way these lights are working today, but what the heck. And I'm really uncomfortable because those of you who know, I hurt myself at work the other day, but I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I guess that's really good about my life right now, because despite a whole shelving unit falling on me and nearly crushing me, my boss saved my life. I could have really had some great bodily harm. I mean, seriously. But I look at it this way. I'm a little sore. I'm a little stiff. And I still don't know if everything's going to be all right, but because I'm old. But I figured I'd rather do that. I'd rather have that shelving unit fall on me and me have this little bit of pain and junk. Because if it would have collapsed after my boss and I left that day, it could have collapsed on a child. And no. So, like I said, I took one for the team, and everything happens for a reason. So that's the reason, I truly believe that's the reason that happened, because it could have happened to a child. And no, you know what? Mm-mm. So anyways, so that's good about my life right now. Relatively okay. What's my sign? I'm Gemini, true Gemini. I was born on the cusp though, 26th of May. So I'm a Taurus Gemini. Oh, this is my squeaky chair. So yeah, see? Squeaky chair. I don't want you, bad enough you hear my stomach growling, but yeah, I'm just trying to get comfortable, because this is a hard chair, and I was gonna move that one over here, but since I've moved the craft room around, it's not, it's yucky. All right, I digress. Here I am, 12 minutes into this, and I'm not even there yet. I'm on question 10. So I'm a Gemini, true Gemini. What scares me about aging was just what happened the other day. That bones breaking. I used to be a tomboy, and now I'm afraid of breaking a bone. Really, I am. And that's what was my biggest fear when that shelving was coming down on me. I thought I was going to break my neck. I mean, it landed the shelf right here. Well, there's a big scrape, but, well, it's not a big scrape. It's a big scrape, but not a deep scrape. So, I mean, it was like one of them welty things. So, yeah. So having your life flash before you, that's what scares me about aging, because it goes by so fast, and that's why I get real proud over some of the younger YouTubers, the ones like I think of as my daughters, because I'm very proud of them, because they're brave enough to do things that me, at their age, I wasn't brave enough to do. So, and Randy, you know what I'm talking about. And Ella, being your own businesswoman. And, you do things very well that I'm very proud of, both of you, and others like Amber. I'm proud of you too. But you're all brave enough and smart enough to do things that you're doing. So yeah, that's I digress, but yeah. Anyways, going on. Okay, I hope this thing's not dying on me. No, it's not going to shut off on me. What's my favorite holiday? Ella, you can have your Christmas. And Carrie, you can have your Halloween. And my favorite is Thanksgiving, because hands down it's food. Food. And it's not about family gatherings, because I only my family here is here for Thanksgiving. And I shouldn't digress into this, but yeah, I don't miss the Thanksgiving stuff with the family in Michigan at all. No, I don't miss it. I don't. It's too stressful. Too stressful. So right now in my life, my Thanksgiving is all about the food and really being with people I enjoy being with. And I can cook, so Thanksgiving doesn't scare me. And that's like I'm on stage, like, what can I pull off? And this year's going to be a challenge, because without an oven, let's see what I can do with Thanksgiving. But I'll probably buy one. Oh, sorry, I'm really just, like, my hips hurt, and anyway, so, I just realized I missed a question on the first go-around when the camera died. What's my favorite guilty pleasure? Well, I'm going to try to make this less long than the last time I videotaped. My pleasures are my crafting. And I purposely left the word guilty out because I am not going to feel guilty about my pleasures in life because they're small. Small pleasures. I'm not going to feel guilty about my pleasures in life because I'm too old. So I'm not feeling guilty about my craft supplies or the heat gun I bought or the paper I bought or the order I've got coming today or the order I got last week or any of these stamp pads or my yarn or my crochet hooks or, yeah, my $50 crochet hooks. No. They're my pleasures, and I'm not feeling guilty of them because I'm too flippin' old to care about pleasures. Because you get to a point in your life where, you know, I'm going to go off on this tangent, but we all sacrifice for our kids, and you do without for your kids. Then you get to a certain point in life where now you're struggling to make a house payment, and you're trying to feed your kids and make a house payment and pay the light bill and do all these things that are necessary, adulting. But now at my age right now, and by no means am I wealthy. I do have a retirement fund, but that's a whole nother story. I don't touch it. I have my 403b, and I do have plans for that money, but that's not what I use for my crafting. I'm at the point in my life where if I want to buy something for me, I'm going to buy it. If I want to buy something for my grandkids, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to worry about, as long as my kids are doing fine, as long as my grandkids and my kids have food and shelter and whatever they need, I'm good. I'm not going to feel guilty about buying whatever I want for me, because I will eat one meal a day to have craft stuff. It sounds really weird, but I mean, it's not that bad yet. It could be, but I'm just not. I can't say guilty pleasure, because anything that brings me pleasure at my age, I'm not going to feel guilty about. So there we go. And maybe people don't like that answer, but I'm sorry. I don't want to lie. I could say, oh, chocolate, but no, I don't feel guilty about any pleasure at my age, which is why I'm not sticking to my keto diet or any other diet, because I'm just not. I'm tired. Here's a question I missed on the first go round. What's your favorite TV show to binge watch? And silly me, I wrote the question down and I forgot to look. There was a program on Hulu. I think it was Hulu, but you know how on Hulu you run out of episodes? It was, and somebody can type it in the comments, because it was the guy, he was a detective from Colorado that solved like 170, I don't know, murder cases or whatever. And he's like, it like flashes back between him being a young cop. And then when he talks later on, like when they're interviewing him with the black background, you know, he's got gray hair and real tall, thin guy. And they bring his wife into it as perspective of a cop's wife and all that other stuff. But I forgot, it was on Hulu. I'm 99% it was on Hulu or Netflix. But I binge watched that like crazy, and now it's not there. But those are the kind of shows I'll binge watch. If you don't count YouTube, because YouTube is a big binge watch for me. Like I find somebody new that has a bunch of videos, and I will binge watch them. Which everybody does, I guess. So, crafty people? I don't know. And then what's one thing I can't leave my house without? I just can go standard phone, but really I've left my house without it. And yeah, because I always say, why do you need your phone for? Because, you know, I grew up in the 80s, and my dad had me go to New York, drive from Detroit to New York through Canada. And we didn't have cell phones then. And I think I was 19. I had my little sister with me and my little niece. And where we could go to Canada with only birth certificates, you know. But brought them. And my dad said, oh, you just take. Let's see if I can remember it. I went downtown Detroit, went over the bridge into Canada. And QEW. Debbie, you'll know what that is. the QEW was the freeway, or, well, what I would call the highway that goes through Canada to the top of New York. And my dad got me to Albany with his, verbal directions. I just wrote it down. You just take the QEW, look for the signs for Buffalo or whatever. Go there. You'll see the signs. You'll get on this freeway and you'll look for, and I was going to Stuyvesant at the time, or Kinderhook. Stuyvesant. And it's not Stuyvesant Mall outside of Albany, which we found out the hard way that my dad was wrong. Because everybody's going, oh, Stuyvesant Mall. No, Stuyvesant the city. And I don't know, by hook or by crook and some bikers that we ran into, we found my aunt's house. So, yeah. So, yeah, but now I'm very cell phone dependent for mapping. So if I'm driving anywhere, yeah, it's Garmin or cell phone. Anyways, I digress. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I am definitely not a morning person, although I get up early quite often because I can't sleep now that I'm old. So, but I am like, who was it? Debbie that said, don't talk to me in the morning. I have to have my coffee, you know. I'm not that person. Once I'm awake, I don't shut up, but and yeah, so I'm basically a night owl, but now that I have to get up early because I don't sleep well, so, but I would stay up all night and craft or watch TV or whatever, and it wouldn't bother me, but yeah, I'm old now. Number 17. What is your favorite genre of movie? And this is split because I would say romantic comedies, sort of, kind of, but my two favorite movies are Up, which is a Disney Pixar something movie, and The Notebook. Both, those are the kind of romances I like. But I always say Nicholas Sparks, he writes these romance novels that they always end badly. It's like they're so sad. There's no happy ending. It's like reality. I guess that's why I like them. I don't know. But anyways, and the movie Up, same thing. It's like Nicholas Sparks wrote that. But if you haven't seen the movie Up, you have to see it. That is the bestest love story ever. And I'm gonna cough bad. And Ella, I want you to watch that movie because that reminds me so much of you guys, especially this past year, medical bills. Because in that movie, they save, and every time they get the jar, the penny, their coins saved to do something. But I'm not gonna tell you what because you got to see the movie. Like a tree falls on the house, and they have to break the jar open and buy that. Then he breaks his leg, and they have to break the jar, and they fill it back up, and the tire blows out. It's always something. It's always something. But still, they love each other, so it's like the best thing. But that's my favorite movie. And then let's see. What is the last thing I bought? This is where I think this is where my thing shut off last time. Last night at work, or yesterday at work. It wasn't last night. I was doing clearance marking, and they had a 3-pack of Armor All car cleaning things, like the dash wipes and the window wipes and the, I don't know what the third canister is, but they're normally like $15 for 3. They look like baby wipes in the plastic tubey things, but they're normally like $15, and they were on clearance for $2. So I just had it. And then I got some other like car grease wipe thingies, but I clean a house on this side, so yeah, they're gonna help out a lot. And those were only $1 a can, so, and they were normally like $7 or $8, so yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those retail people that, you know what, you're going to give me clearance to do, and it's not my job. I'm going to, oh yeah, and I got floaty tubes for the pool for $1. So yeah, that's what I bought. But I'm not going to feel guilty about beating you consumers to the clearance because, yeah, I'm taking it. Anyway, so, am I an introvert or an extrovert? I would say, when I was a child, I was extremely shy. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that now. But I was very shy. I was a smart butt in school. Smart jackbutt, you know. I was one of those in school, but I think I did that because I always wanted to hide being painfully shy. So if I was the smart ass, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but this is not for kids, YouTube. Um, if I was the class clown, then, you know, people wouldn't know anything was bothering me. I was one of those kind of kids. Like, but I did not, I was still a homebody. I remember, you know, I went out with my friends and I did things with my friends. Like, I was selective about my friends, so I really didn't do, well, I don't even want to get into that. But anyways, I'm an introverted extrovert. I would rather be an introvert, but by choice of profession, I have to be an extrovert. So, yeah, that's enough. But I used to be really shy. You wouldn't know it now. And what is my favorite book? I have not read... I used to read those trashy romance novels. So I do, but that, like everybody does that when they're young. But I do like Anne Rice, and I like Nicholas Sparks. Anne Rice because of the vampire series that she has. So that, and I like Nicholas Sparks. But like I said, every time I read his book, I'm like, oh, this will be the book with the happy ending, and it never is. And I'm like, yes, but whatever. Twisted me. And then I like I like some of the kids' books because, you know, I read to the grands, and there's a...
Play Kids Bop Kids?
Oh, there go... No, wait, hang on. Alexa's going to talk. No, thank you, Alexa. I must have said a word that sounded like Alexa. Anyway, so I like the kids book. And like Debbie. I mean, my absolute favorite book is the one Debbie mentioned. I mean, but if you want to talk about reading, you know, for content, would be Anne Rice or Nicholas Sparks. But Debbie's right. The book, I'll Love You Forever. If you have not read that book or know of that book, the story behind my experience with that book is my oldest child was going to like pre-K for the first time, and the teacher that ran that pre-K program, because you had to go like and meet the teacher like in the cafeteria or whatever, or the classroom or whatever, and she read that book to us on that first meeting, and I'm telling you, I bawled my eyes out, and I was like, oh, and then I immediately had to go find that book. And I wrote on Debbie's, I commented on Debbie's thing that I read that book to my kids. I read that book to my every kid, every grandkid, every niece and nephew. I love that book. And when my kids graduated from high school, it was a tradition. You know, we had a decent house. We had a nice house. Okay, we had the castle. Not really, but we had the big house with the big yard, and you know, all the amenities. So all the parties happened at our house. You know, so when we did the kids' graduation parties, there was plenty of room because like a street down was a parking lot for a school. So everybody could park there and walk one house to our house, and you could have a million people there. But anyway, so big old house, and tradition was at the graduation parties when everything winds down and all the adults go away. We'd have a fire going or whatever, and the kids would be hanging out, and I would get that book out and I would read it, and everybody would cheer up. So I did that at every graduation party for the kids, besides Dr. Seuss, The Places You'll Go. But I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. And that's the tagline in that book. And oh my gosh, that's the best book ever. But so you'll have to get it. And anyways, I think that concludes it. I'm at 30 minutes. I always talk too much. So I'm tagging a bunch of people because I haven't watched all the tag videos, but I'll catch up eventually. So I'm going to tag Pat at Hearts Creations. I'm going to tag Bella at Bella's Custom Crochets. I'm going to tag Fee at Crafting a Life with Fee, but you can do it on either channel, Fee, I don't care. Lenny at Candy Goth Creations. Randy at Randy at Random Randy's Rambling. I got it right. But if you're too busy, that's okay. You get a pass. Erica at Froggy Day Crochet. Tina at Crafts by the Rose. Kayla at Kayla's Crochet Love. And Monica, I'm going to, B-U-C-H. I'm going to butcher that, aren't I? I want to say Bush, but is it Buke? And then I want Bonnie at Strawberry Bonnie's Crochet. And she didn't get the snow that Pat got. And there's Bear Bear. You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye? Say, oh, look, kisses. Oh. Where's your brother? I guess I'll end it with cute Bear Bear. Oh, let's see. You're coming up. You're coming up. Come on. He's a beast. Yeah, these were supposed to be Chihuahua mini pin mixes, but he's a big fat beast. I think he was mixed with Pitbull. Huh. Yeah. You have to go potty. They probably have to go potty. Bandit, you're going to say bye-bye. You're going to say bye-bye. All right. That's it. And I'll be looking forward to those tags. And shout out to Debbie. And I got shout out to I almost forgot. I got Happy Mail the other day, and I forgot because when I redid the other video, this card is from Denise at Black Ribbon Studios. And you know what, Denise? If you're not tagged, you're tagged too. She sent me a thank you for her gift of the patterns that I gave away. So, and I've had that for, when I made the video before last, Denise, I got it, and I went to my post office box. I got it that day, but I already recorded. So then, Monday's video, I had it out. I recorded it, and then I re-recorded it because the phone, so, anyway, so, yeah, I'm tagging you too. And who else should I tag? Everybody else who wants to do it. And, yeah, I'm going to have my busy day off. I have to drive up to Wildwood, back here, get the kids from school, back here, go to the post office, yeah. And I have to get me some real coffee because, yeah, this other coffee sucks. So, yeah, thanks, everybody. Have a good day, and talk to you later. Bye.